Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Enchanters Minecraft podcast. I know it has been literally over a year, and you probably thought we all quit, but we are back, kind of. As you probably noticed, the last time that we had posted, there was no Gabriel, and I had just been doing it for a while, and yeah, he's far gone. He's out of here, but we're bringing it back. We're keeping it cool, and we got our new co-host, Isaiah. So introduce yourself and welcome to the most amazing podcast in the world.
Isaiah, and I am Gideon's new co-host.
We've also restarted up the Skyblock grind. I know y'all had loved that in general. So we're kind of just going to get into it and describe what we've been doing, what this new profile has, and just get into that. So Isaiah, what have you been doing recently in Skyblock, and just kind of lay out your area of where you are in the game currently?
Honestly, I've been really getting into farming. I hit farming 37, I think, today. It's been a real grind, and I hate it, but low-key been grinding out school at the same time, so hasn't even been that bad. And then I kind of took a break from fishing. I hit E-Man 5, so I can finally use the Juju, which took literally forever. And then Finnegan is coming into office tomorrow or the next day. I don't remember which day. But so that would be Grand Feast. So a huge money-making opportunity.
Wait, what's the Grand Feast?
The Grand Feast is you pretty much just get like crazy good drops from farming. And you also drop these things called kernels, and you can spend those in a shop to get...
Wait, I heard about the kernels. What can you buy? You can buy something with kernels, but I forgot what it was.
You can buy... I know one of the biggest things was the books that give Overbloom, which are crazy in price, I believe.
What the frick is Overbloom? I feel like I've missed out on something.
All right, so Overbloom is pretty much the chance that you can drop a rare item, as in Fermentos, Helianthus, that stuff, as well as rare crop drop, like new items added in the feast, like Feast Fungus, Melon Juice. There's like one for every crop, but it's a huge opportunity to make a ton of money from that.
Dang, I didn't even heard about that. Yeah, we've been getting back into it. I have been foraging, as foraging is probably the greatest thing to enter this game, dude. I just love foraging. Besides grinding out whatever the frick, whatever it's called. Low-key forgot what it's called. It is called Agath's Contest. That low-key doing that, but we're getting into it. We're figuring everything out as one does, and I've been foraging. I'm currently like foraging 30 or something. We are on new accounts and everything because of some unfortunate events that happened on our previous accounts. Since the last episode, I have actually gone through 2 accounts, being banned and wiped on both of them for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's been fun, but I hadn't played for about 3 months, and he was trying to get me to get back on. Every day I saw him at school, bro. He'd just be like, "Yo, bro, you need to get on, bro." And this kid, he would not let up. I was like, fine, I'll get on. So I started farming, but I hate farming, so I stopped farming. Farming is probably the worst thing to ever enter Skyblock, I'm being honest. Like lowest levels of like bro, if you grind farming, you are a D1 chud, and that's why Isaiah grinds farming. I mean, there's no other way to put it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really not that bad, especially when you're doing something else.
Hard, bro. Well, like it's just, bro, my attention span does not allow it.
Yeah, well, you're also not doing other stuff while you're doing it. You're just straight farming, which is the issue.
No, I'll do other stuff. It just sucks. It's just special.
Also, bazaar flipping, extremely underrated. I have made 70 mil today.
It's not even necessarily bazaar flipping. It's bazaar flipping combined with craft flipping, especially enchanted books. So look into that.
Usually ultimate enchants, but other ones also work. Back to what I was saying about the feast, though.
Yep.
There's feast books that grant 10 Overbloom, which, to be honest, isn't even that much. You get that from like almost nothing. I'm going to be so for real. And it's currently, for instant buy, it's 110 million coins for tier 5. So it's just absolutely wild of what the prices are for what it is.
Wait, so, is that the sunset books?
Yeah. No, it's the feast books. There's also the sunset books, which...
What happened to farming when I was gone, bro?
Honestly, so much. Like, well... You were here, they changed, in case you guys didn't know, they changed the way that farming tools work. You can no longer auction them, so if you want to buy tools...
to auction to no auction again. Low-key, they can't make up their mind, not gonna lie.
And then they added the feast, and they also added rose, sunflower, moonflower. Melon finally got dethroned as the best money-making method. I believe now it is moonflower...
I thought it was wheat
during feast. I think wheat is still pretty cheap, but I don't know how Melon got dethroned, especially at how good of a crop it's been for so many years. And it's just,
just overused, to be honest.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like if everyone's using it, then I mean, like in terms of XP or money, though.
For melon,
Yeah,
honestly, it gives like 0 XP, and the money it gives is like, I'm gonna be for real, it's so annoying to make the farm. Like what I've been doing is like I can grind mushroom, you get way more money, and you make the same as like most other crops. Like right now with my semi chud farming
semi
setup,
chud.
I'm making 8 mil just from crop drops, not including pests, farming, and all that other stuff. So it's actually crazy stacked how good it is right now.
I mean, true. I just farming, bro. I just can't get behind it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but can we also talk about how you want to do mining next
Bro, mining is not even that bad.
over everything? Like you could do slayers, but you want to do mining.
Slayers are too repetitive.
Bro, isn't mining literally mining a bunch of
Mining
blocks?
is just foraging, but like it's like not super repetitive, but repetitive enough that it's not too hard.
I do not understand where you're coming from. Like my current skills average is like mining is literally below alchemy, foraging. It's the only things below it are social and rune crafting. Every other skill is above mining. That is how much I genuinely hate it.
It's crazy.
Then something else I want to talk about is the booster cookie prices. They're up to, I believe, 12.5 mil for a buy order, which is absolutely absurd, especially like after rewatching an old video, and they were like down to 3 mil at one point. And it's like, is at the point where it's like, people are starting to question, like, is it really worth paying that extra 2-3 million coins every 3 or 4 days to have a booster cookie? Like, is it really that much worth it? And a lot of people are saying that it's not. So I don't know how Hypixel is going to deal with this inflation and this huge issue, but I'm very interested to see what happens.
Well, I'm wondering, how does inflation for this even happen?
Well, like you would think that it would be going down with more people joining, more people spending gems and stuff, which would make sense, but it's just for some reason
because everyone's buying them and no one's spending gems on it. Yeah.
well, it's like it's 325 gems, and 700 gems is $6, so it's like $3 a cookie. So that's like 4 mil a dollar if you're spending IRL money, which I'm gonna be
insane, to be honest.
Like people used to be willing to spend like a dollar, like 500K per dollar, which is.
But the thing is, money is worth less now, so I think it's kind of honestly kept on the same trajectory, to be honest. I mean, like, to be honest, the thing is, with the price of the money going down and what it's worth, I don't know, maybe it has been keeping steady, but like people just don't realize that the value of money is worth less now. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that is true. But it's like one of those things is like they're not really changing the amount of money that like you can NPC sell. So for a lot of people, farming is just making less and less money, which people are resorting to different
NPC sold or what?
Well, because if you because you NPC sell, most people it's almost the same or more. And now that money's worth less, it's really crazy to see, people are still making money and using farming as a steady money making method. And honestly,
I mean, it's just been along for so long. It's like
that's true. And something else is like to be able to make your money back from like the cookies from bits and stuff, you have to have such a high fame level now. So
so it's like only worth to people that have been doing it for a while.
Yeah. And then like the other thing is like you see money values going down, but at the same time, like the Hyperion, it's down. Like you can get a fully scrolled Hyperion for like 1.2 bill, and it used to be like what?
1.6.
At least 2 bill, like 1.8, 1.9.
I think it was always 1.6. If I'm correct, I think it was 1.6.
Yeah. Well, still somewhere around there. It's like I'm pretty sure what it is the was when Aura was mayor. And that like increased drop chance.
I think Aura did definitely cause a lot of inflation with everyone playing so much and everyone getting that double skill XP. So people were grinding, skills and everything. So all the prices were going down because everyone was.
Yeah, and the RNG meter also filled faster while she was a mayor.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of stopped playing like mid Aura. I was grinding and then Loki stopped playing like.
Yeah, so did I.
and then we came back like after Aura had fully finished. To be honest.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's crazy to see what's happening with the
The
economy and
economy and
all this
everything.
stuff.
It's actually kind of crazy, but I mean, the skyblock economy has never really been stable. That's the problem.
Yeah, and like I was looking at buying a giant sword, but like after hitting E-Man 5, not only is it not worth it, but it's really only worth in dungeons or I think it's still meta for the pups phase for Sven Slayer.
Giant sword.
Yeah, because you can do the giant sword slam and kill all
Yeah,
the
but I feel
pups.
like for everything else, people just recommend you get a bouquet of lies. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's meta right now.
Which is kind of like, wow, I swear, like, people have been using it for so long, and yet
It's
no
like,
one.
yeah, I saw a video the other day, and it's like we've had the same meta since 2018,
But I
which
think a lot. I think the meta has definitely changed, but people just don't change with it. So it's like we're still using old things because, like, or people who came back, they just remember that this was what was
well, I
good.
well, I mean
So
like
they're
combat
all
wise, because like
combat wise.
what's the current best weapon is the Hyperion. What
Yep.
the Hyperion and the Terminator, and the Hyperion came out 2018,
Yeah, but that was
and
meant to be the best. Like when it came out, it was meant to be like this is the best. This is the final end game weapon.
yeah,
But
but the issue with
there's
it is that was back when like before Master Mode and all this stuff, and now there's Kudra, and like they did add the Tormentor, but it's just and they did buff it, but it's still so bad that everyone's just gonna still default to a Hyperion or Terminator, which is I feel like is a big issue because you can get like you'll see like levels like sub 200 level kids running around with Hyperions just obliterating everything, and then there's people that are like level 300 and they're have the same setup except maybe like two more Master Stars and maybe an extra recon, which
Yeah, I mean,
is
I think that just comes from people just not really hard progression rushing, but just hard money rushing, I guess. Like, there's two ways you can play the game. You can either play the game and just, like, progression, or you could play the game for money solely. And that's why you see kids going around, like, level 50 with, like, 2 Bitcoin purses, because they just they just open the game and then they just lowball. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, like, you have so much money, yet so little progression. And then, like, I feel like a lot of people just open accounts and just immediately go to scamming. Like, the guy yesterday came to our island because I lowball. Like, I mean, I think there's no shame in lowballing for sure. As a money making method, I think it's solid, to be honest.
and I feel like
And
my
he just
personal
had this
view on
scam, and he just had like 500 mil in his purse. I'm like, he's level 25. Like, how does this kid? How is the community still dumb enough to fall for like trade swap scams? I guess like where people like if you're gonna buy an item, make sure you look at exactly what you're buying, double check it before you click buy. Like it's just kind of like people are still falling for the livid dagger giant sword swap. It's kind of crazy. There is
yeah
no
like
reason
I
people should not be using. Just use freaking Skyfer for whatever it's called. I don't
yeah
understand
like
why people still don't.
I have an OEM laptop that I have. It's like 2016 probably, and it like barely runs Google, but it can run on Feather Client. It'll run Sky Hanny with First Sky Reborn, and like even if you do like the default texture, like you don't even need like it just changes the weapons, and it's so worth it in the end that like you won't like look back on it and be like, man, I wasted like like. And the best part is, it's like if you end up using it and you absolutely hate it, just take it off. And there's so many out there at this point where it's like, if you don't like one, go find another one because there's so many that look good and you can change block textures as well away from it. And
Yeah, there's a lot of customizable ones. And if you're not gonna run a texture pack, just make sure you know exactly what you're doing with your items. Like, please, I beg.
yeah, and then if you're going to lowball, make sure that it's like either something that like will never sell or is something that like you should never be that desperate for money. Like if
Like,
you're that
I know as a lowballer, I should be telling people that lowballing is good, but just don't go to lowballers. Like, it's just like, it's like a pawn shop. Like, yeah, you want quick money, but like, you could. I see maybe if it's like, I think you should never go to a lowballer without trying to sell it first. Like, yourself first. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going
yeah.
to a lowball to sell your Shadow Assassin set, that's going to sell just fine on its own. Like, if you're going to sell maybe like a skin or a die or an item that's maybe not going to, like, that might take a few tries to sell. Maybe like some Slayer armor or specialized weapons. then yeah, sure, go to lowball for that. Like they're gonna wait. But like just because you need money now to go roll the Archfiend die, bro, like just wait a little bit, sell yourself, or just give us the items for free. Because me specifically, I'll take them, bro. You don't want them, I'll take them. That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying? Like, but it's just people are so
And
impatient.
if you're
And
if you're going to go if you're gonna go sell your money like to lowball like sell your items to lowballers, that means that you either don't have a solid way of making money, which let's be real, is so easy to do nowadays. Like there's so many out there that are just reliable that it's just like you can like just go suck it up and go lowball with a couple with like 10 mil or go farm or like now there's so many like yearly things like there's the year of the pig, there's the year of the witch, year of the seal. All these things have their own exclusive items that like you can make money from if you just like go play the game. Which and like because you're eventually if you're just going to lowballers, you're eventually gonna run out of money, and then you're like, what are you gonna do then? You can't just like find like next time you run out of money, you're not always gonna have those items to lowball. Like you're eventually gonna run out and just not have the stuff to lowball anymore. And then you're gonna
yeah,
like, what are you gonna do then?
and for sure, it's like one of the other things when people are like taking a break from foraging, they sell all their foraging gear. Like they hit Heart of the Mountain 6 and they say, I'm gonna take a break from mining. So they go and they sell their sorrow armor, they sell their drill, like, and now you're just gonna have to pay more money for that later. Like, never sell armor sets that you could or weapons that you could need in the future. Like, there's no reason, like, even if you're like, hey, I've maxed foraging, I'm gonna go sell my axe, I'm gonna go sell my armor. Like, why? Like, there's probably gonna be another update to foraging where now everyone's gonna be, and
Yeah, like
people usually farm or mine based on the trends. Like you might like farm during Finnegan and like, okay, I'm bored of it now, I'm gonna sell my armor. Now next time Finnegan's in, you're gonna farm again, and now farming gear is more expensive because everyone else is farming because it's Finnegan. Like there's no reason to sell your armor or weapons or whatever. Just like keep your armor and then just keep buying new stuff, and then when you want to get into a new thing, you can just go back from where you were and you don't have to spend much money, as opposed to having to buy full new sets for skills and stuff.
yeah, like last week or it was either last week or the week before, Diana was mayor and I dropped I think it was like 20 mil on like there I got like 3/4 mythos with a Dados blade, and like it's horrible, and all of my other stuff is better, like just regular armor and stuff, and my Shadow Fury is so much better, but I keep it anyways because I know that eventually I'm gonna need that 20 mil, like I could use that 20 mil for something else now, but I
But
really
like,
don't need to,
yeah,
and I'm
because if he
gonna
sells it
do
now, it's
Diana in the
probably
future.
worth less and stuff. Like there's a lot of things Skyblock players just don't get, which is kind of also just if you're going to lobby one and just begging for coins, bro, just wrap it up. Like that's if you beg in the lobby, that means that I know what you're feeling. You're feeling I don't have any coins to do anything in the game that I want currently, and I'm doing like you could go off and just as well start foraging. If you have not foraged yet and you are begging for coins, go start foraging. It is so cheap to start, and like even if you're begging for coins, like just go do anything, go farm, go mine, just get yourself some coins. And if you're ever at the point where you have 0 coins and you don't have a money making method, that is a very big problem. Like if your money making method is lowballing and you're gonna go buy a giant sword for 250 million, you spend and you lowballed at 215 million, and you buy that giant sword, you're now at 0 coins and you don't have a money making method. Now you're gonna have to go beg for coins because you don't know what to do. Like
FYI,
get
please
up
please
to
never spend 215 million on a giant sword that's only worth like 80 mil.
yeah. I was
Just
I was just saying because like I remember they used to be so much more.
just in case any of you want to take that advice, literally don't.
But like, and now like, get yourself up to 300 mil and then buy. So you still have something to work off of. Like I always keep 100 mil in my purse once I hit 100 million coins on a profile, I'll keep 100 million coins in my purse or like at least 70. But like, let's say
Unless he's
your
bored.
method. And like, let's say your method is farming, and you go off and you just sell your farming gear, and then you spend something, and you spend all the money. You don't have a money making method. I feel like that's where a lot of people get stuck. Like at a higher level, yeah, but like at a lower level, when you don't know what to do and you don't have any money, like that is a problem. And you could technically just do Rift. I tried doing Rift the other day, and it was much more boring than I had remembered. Rift was fun
We
for me the first time.
correction, we tried doing Rift.
And
I
he hated it.
literally hated it more than anything I've ever done,
Yeah,
and I've
some
done
people
some
hate
pretty
Rift.
boring stuff.
On the first time I did Rift, I actually really enjoyed it, but then this is like my 5th time doing it, and it got stale. Mostly probably because having to help this guy. Like, he didn't know anything he was doing. Like, bro was trying to get those bottled booga boogas. The
Yeah.
stupid flying things you have to catch when you're on the silkware. It's looking annoying to get. But yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Just don't never be at 0 coins, please. Like always, like once you hit 10 mil, always keep at least 10 mil, unless you're gonna be doing something like flipping. Like just never be at 0 coins to the point where you think that you need to sell your items to get coins. Like it's just not a good idea. Really not a good idea.
Yeah, and then another thing is like if you have like let's say you're farming or mining or whatever and you make enough money to upgrade your armor and you only have just enough, that's fine as long as you're upgrading your money making setup that's going to pay itself back within like a couple of hours or something. Like obviously don't spend all your coins on like Yogg armor and a myth and a basic mytho drill. Like that's not going to make you any money. But if you're like upgrading to Devon's armor and you're getting like a max Jasper drill, like that's a different story. Like if you're gonna spend all your coins on that, especially if Cole's in office and you're doing fiestas, like that's gonna pay itself back quick. But if you're just spending money because you want to do more damage and you're buying more like magical power, like there's nothing against buying more magical power, but if you're spending all your coins and your most reliable money making method is like Slayer or dungeons, those aren't like very reliable. And then let's say a new update comes out and you're sick of doing combat and you have 0 coins. That's like a big issue down the line because what are you going to do then, you know?
Yeah, and you really just gotta pace yourself. You gotta think what's gonna be good for me in the future. But in the future, your future for Skyblock, bro. I feel like everyone plays Skyblock to stop doing Skyblock. But Skyblock's fun. Oh my gosh, voice crack. Skyblock is fun when you have money. And don't spend like when you have no money and you're just running around doing like 5 minutes of each skill. That's when it's time to take a break. Like that's when you've gotten so bored that you're just running around in actual circles. So definitely always have some money on hand and just find things to do. Even just I don't know.
Yeah, and then moving off the topic of money, new updates that are coming out. The Lotus Islands or Lotus, like whatever it's called, those just dropped today. Apparently, it's a really good early game money making method, but it does cost like it's like a 5 mil. It's like costs 5 mil to unlock all the stuff to get in. But once you're there, apparently there's a you got frog hunting and stuff like that, and that's better than trophy fish hunting in the Crimson Isles. So if you're into a grind like that, that's something new. And then new updates that I'm really looking forward to is we've been promised a Glaciate Lakes update for years at this point, and that's never come, but apparently they're actually working on it now. And then something else is there's a new foraging island that's dropping, which I know Gideon is very excited for.
Wait, there's a new foraging
But
island?
yes, I don't know all the base. I don't know all the bases. I could probably pull up the forums real quick, but
I can take a look at it later, low-key.
it's gonna be that'll be something new to do, and then especially with the new foraging revamp and making foraging like an actual easy skill. Like I watched this guy the other day max foraging in a week, and that's
It's honestly not very
like
hard to do.
the fact that we've gone from nobody will ever do any foraging willingly to
because there wasn't
people
a good
just
way to
hop
do it.
on. Yeah. To now, like people will just hop on and forage because they're bored, and then they'll max it out real quick. And
Yeah,
they've
it's a pretty easy skill.
like I feel like they need to do something new like that to mining because there hasn't really been much of a mining update or also combat. There's the new Guardian Slayer that's supposed to drop sometime
I wonder where that's
in the
gonna
future.
like, what island do you think that's gonna main? You think it's gonna be? They
Well,
have to add like a new island, yeah.
honestly, it would either be part of
I
the
wonder-
Glaciate Lakes thing, which would
Oh, yeah.
kind of make sense because that's fishing, Guardian, all that stuff. Or they could end up dropping another fishing island, which nobody wants or asked for. So
is there even
hopefully,
really a fishing island currently besides like Backwater Bayou?
well, there's Backwater Bayou. They
Lotus.
just updated, yeah, the new one. The
Yeah.
Crimson Isles kind of has fishing, but it's not dedicated.
Yeah, and what was I saying? I was gonna say we're gonna actually read some reviews from the podcast on Apple Podcasts because we literally haven't read them in a year, so we have probably a couple reviews to get through. And if you want your review to be read, just go comment down on Apple Podcasts, leave 5 stars, and also I think you should also leave 5 stars everywhere because why not? And go sub to my YouTube. I'll drop a link in the show notes or whatever it's called. I don't know if you don't know, but yeah. We got Copper Bowser said make more. And he said more, which was 3 weeks ago. Aruna Starquest said, "Hi guys, I love your podcast. I really enjoyed listening to you talk about Minecraft because you sound as if you're talking as if you actually know what you're talking about. It's really fun." Okay, well, I do think I know what I'm talking about.
We kind of know. We know to an
Love the
extent.
5-star reviews. Cheddar Cheese says was great until they stopped posting. Well, we're posting now. So Jedediah Owl said, "Amazing. I read your 1 block submission to dig straight down about the campfire and liked it. I think that was some review I left on a podcast a while back ago. Good job. Can you announce if you're ending the podcast?" We are not ending the podcast. And then he wrote a lot of stuff. This is Jimmy. This is Jimmy. Okay, we got Biblically Accurate Lancer. It says, "Do you have a Java server? If so, can you put some ways to join your next episode?" If we do restart our Java server, we can probably have people from the podcast join, and we'll maybe make like 20 people, and that'll be pretty dope. We don't currently, though. Clasped Impala 89 says, "Are you guys dead or something?" We're back, finally. Well, I'm back and with a new person. Demiurge 41510 said, "Did you know that there's a really small chance of the end portal being open? Like a really small chance." Great episode. I did, actually. What's the percentage that it was all 16 eyes? Are in
12
the
eyes. A 12 eye?
12.
It's like 0.1 or 0.2. I know it's like 0 point something. I know that much.
This person said, "I get it's hard to make more episodes. I do a ton of sports, so I get they don't have much time. Appreciate it, Chicken Jockey." We've got JPSEA said, "Gabriel and Gideon are dead. That's the one logical reason why they aren't posting new episodes. Seriously, you guys gotta post. Also, people won't think you're dead. Also, I'll be updating the review by 1 star for each new episode. All I'm asking for. I expect to see this at 2 stars by a few days." We'll be looking back on that, JPSEA. This guy just said 6.7, 1-star review. Come on, dog. Put that up to 5. And that's actually all of the reviews on this specific podcast, because we had migrated the podcast from the Minecraft podcast to this too, like copyright. There was a bunch of stuff. But yeah, if you want your review to be read, go and do that in Apple Podcasts, and make sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube and stuff. But I don't know. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Not sure. If there's anything else, we can talk about now.
Real quick, I will be doing Twitch and YouTube streams on Skyblock Friday, Saturday, Sundays, usually afternoons. If any of you guys want to tune in, I would love it.
I'll drop the links to his YouTube and Twitch down below as well. I don't know how you find the description, but we'll put them in the description. And if you can't find it, let us know in a comment, and we'll figure out a better way to do it.
Is there anything else that has happened this week?
I don't believe so. But
here, let's
week.
Let's set some goals for next week. We're at 85 mil right now.
I think we can get to 250 mil.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 100 mil each.
100 mil each. Good goals.
We also have someone else joining the co-op that actually plays, so that is amazing.
Yeah, we're expanding the co-op beyond. Went from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. I think we technically have 5 people now, although a lot of them aren't
a couple.
active.
One of them plays Forza 6. The other one's just been playing Fortnite or Roblox, which is rough. But I mean,
we're working on it.
Yeah. Also, if any of you are just getting into Skyblock and want to know how to play, honestly, just spend like a couple. It'll probably take like 3 or 4 hours. You can like learn everything that you'll need to, and then over time, people will like the Hypixel community is so nice and so generous that like. There's jerks everywhere.
But most of the people, like if you go on the forums and make a post, you usually have some people who reply to you.
Or even in game, like people are like genuinely mostly nice people. Well, like there's obviously the people that are spamming in chat, and most of those people are like if you want to buy carries or stuff, like, and you just advertise it in chat, and someone high level like invites you, usually they're extremely nice. They'll let you pay after. They'll like all this different stuff. And then it's just like, it's such a relief to be able to see that the community after all these years is still like really like supportive of new players and stuff, and not just straight scammers, which there obviously are people like that.
There definitely are, so definitely be careful, but most people are pretty chill and nice.
And honestly, if I were to recommend any money making methods, if you want money right now, I'm going to be for real, either do the current like year specialty sort of thing, whatever, like if the mayor has something special, do that. Or you could do farming is really good early game. After a decent setup, mining is really good. I know foraging can be good for pet leveling. I'm not too sure about that. Dungeons is fun as well as makes a bit of money. And honestly, when you're grinding dungeons, you obviously also get to unlock stuff like the Hyperion, Necron, and then you'll level your skills and stuff. So it's a great way to, be able to make money and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that is all we have for today. We'll be trying to post weekly, like every Sunday night into Monday morning will be our goal, and potentially more if we start getting some good viewership. We'll check on the viewership of the next episode and stuff. So yeah, definitely make sure to like the episodes or whatever. Follow the podcast and leave comments down below to help out our viewership.
If you guys want more and you guys want multiple weekly, daily, like every other day, let us know in the comments. And if we get big enough and there's enough people asking,
we'll definitely do it.
Like we'll be willing to do it if like enough of you guys really actually like genuinely want that, because we enjoy it, and if you guys enjoy it, then that's really what matters. But
yeah, that'll be all for this episode. We're finally back. Yeah, make sure to do all the things I've listed previously, and we'll see you guys in our next episode, hopefully next week, potentially sooner. We'll see how the turnout for this one goes. Hope you guys have an amazing night, and we'll see you all in the next episode.